What is up, YouTube? This is Zach, Dreamedia Home Theater. If you guys are not one of my subscribers already, make sure you smash that subscribe button down below and give me a big thumbs up on this video. Today, we are going to be covering the brand new 2020 Denon 4700. This is going to be one of the best-selling AVRs going into the 2020 year. Well, we're already in it, but they just came out. I got inventory coming in. I really appreciate all of y'all's orders and your patience by placing those and waiting for the back order to come in, but we are now filling orders. I'm gonna go over this in detail right after the intro. Okay guys, so this video here is gonna be an unboxing video. Specifically just opening it up, taking a look at it, giving you some of my thoughts, go over some of the specs, different ways you can use it. I'm also going to be making some videos for you guys comparing this model next to the other models, the 3700 and the 6700, which are all pretty comparable in class. So I'm sure you guys are going to have a lot of questions as to pros and cons, different ways that you can use it. First thing I want to mention is it's important that you're buying from an authorized reseller. Dreamedia is an authorized reseller for Denon Marantz products. We do have nationwide free shipping and a low price guarantee. We really appreciate y'all's support. Okay, so I'm going to take the camera, show you guys up close and personal what is in the box. Okay, so right here on the top, you can see they recommend that you download the apps, the Denon AVR app and the HEOS app. So let's talk about that a little bit. The Denon AVR app is going to give you advanced functionality and control over the AVR, so you can go in and do minor calibration changes, level calibration, change your surround sound formatting from Dolby Atmos to multi-channel stereo, all the different surround modes that come with this unit. And then you can also change your source and all kinds of fun things like that, as well as stream audio to it. So that leads me into the Denon HEOS. So Denon HEOS is a multi-room streaming software, whole house audio. It gives you the ability to independently play music to every single room in your home, as well as group rooms together. So let's talk about applications there. In an AVR situation like this guy, you can power up a full surround sound zone, as well as have multiple other zones running off of this all through that one app. Pretty cool. Let's take a look here and see what we got. The remote control. It's the remote that comes with the unit. You can do pretty much everything through the app that you can do with this remote, which is what's so cool. Except for it has a digital interface. So this is what I was talking about just a minute ago. You can have your main zone, so your surround sound zone, and then you have zone 2 and zone 3, all independently controllable right through the app. And then all of your different inputs, as well as different surround sound modes, everything is through that app as well. If you don't want to use the app, you have this remote here that does the same thing. All right, we got batteries included. We have quick start guide. Bluetooth and Wi-Fi antennas, as well as AM, FM for radio. And then I pointed this out in some of the other videos. I did make unboxing videos of the Denon 4700, or sorry, the 6700 and the 3700, so make sure to check those videos out if you haven't seen them already. Just unboxing videos. I'm going to be releasing the ones for comparison here soon. Now, these labels here are super convenient if you're going to be DIYing it, which you guys know we promote DIY and give you guys a lot of inspiration through the channel. So what you do is just hook up as you're toning and setting up your speakers. You just basically label the lines and it lines up right color coded to the back of the unit, which makes your life a little bit easier. Odyssey setup. So this is a little stand that comes included. This is the Denon Marantz is the only manufacturer that does this. It gives you a little setup stand so that you can calibrate the audio at the ear height in your primary seating areas. It's just, you can see a little tripod basically, and then the mic sits right on top. So that leads me into the mic. This is extremely important. You have to run this. If you do not run your Odyssey setup, the room correction software, you're not gonna maximize the potential of your system. It's super, super easy, and these have come a long way over the years. Basically, you just plug it into the AVR, and then you move that stand, this stand right here, with this guy on top. You move it from room to room, or sorry, not room to room, you move it from seating position to seating position throughout the entire theater space, and it'll do room correction, basically assigning the appropriate amount of power to each speaker, as well as setting the crossover so that everything is calibrated properly. And if you do get additional seating, or if you get curtains or acoustic treatments, diffusers, things like that, you want to rerun that software. This is the power cord. Now let's get to the main attraction here, the AVR. All right, let's take a look at this guy. All right, we'll go ahead and start right here on the front. So you can see it has a nice, sleek, clean interface here on the front. IMAX Enhanced, this is something new that they're doing on all the AVRs this year. Also has all of the top leading audio formats like Dolby Atmos built into the processor. On this one, this is a 9.2 channel receiver, powered, but it has 11.2 channel processing, which is really cool, guys, because a lot of you may only want to run like a 524 right now, or maybe a 722 Dolby Atmos system. And then down the road, you change your mind and you're like, well, now I want to run a 724. Well, all you have to do is get an external 2-channel amp, and then you can power up a full 724. You got 8 in, 3 out, eARC, 8K. So this is the big deal right here, guys. 8K video, 4K, 120, HDR10 plus. Basically, last year's models, 8K inputs weren't available. So this is huge for this year. 3 zones, has all the goodies, 3-year warranty. That's because it's the In Command series. You got your volume here, input selection for manual, power on and off. Let's take a look at the unit here. Even has hard button press right here on the front. So I think this is really cool that they still do that. Like the Marantz units, they're becoming very, very buttonless, I guess. I like that it still has all of these hard buttons on it, because as a professional installation company, all of my technicians are setting these up in racks, you know, hidden in closets and stuff. So it's nice to be able to be making your changes on the fly in your rack right here from the front interface, and it'll display here on the screen versus, you know, having to get the whole universal remote set up and everything before you can even touch it. Pretty cool. You got the setup mic port here. This is what I was telling you guys about earlier. This is for room correction. You have a phone's input, get HDMI here, and then a USB as well. Pretty nice, good looking AVR. So see all these vents, guys, all over the unit? They need to breathe. These things get hot. So make sure you leave a little space in your rack or your entertainment console. You know, get some little computer fans if necessary, but you want to let these guys breathe so they don't overheat. Okay, this is the back of the unit, and I want to talk to you guys about this a little bit and just some of the different options for setting this up. So let's start with the speaker terminals down here at the bottom. This is where you'll actually connect all of your speakers. So front, left, right, center, surround left and right is pretty standard. You're at least going to be utilizing this for a 5.1. Here's your subwoofer pre-outs. So subwoofers are powered typically, unless you're doing an in-wall sub, in which case you would run a external subwoofer amplifier and then take LFE out of the back of the unit into that subwoofer amp. Or if you're running a standard sub, like most of you will be, that have power built in, which if you have a power plug on it and it plugs into the wall, it's a powered sub. You'll take LFE out of the back of the unit into the LFE input on the back of the sub. And this has two individual subwoofer outputs. So, like I was saying, you got front, left, right, center, surround left, right, and then your subwoofer 1. That would be like a 5.1. And then you also have these assignable ports here on the back. So as it stands currently, without getting a 2-channel amplifier to maximize the potential of the AVR, you have 9.2, well, technically 9 channels of power. So you could either do a 7.1 or 2.2, or you could do a 5.1 or 2, and then 4 height speakers. But you can't use all of these as is. So this is really confusing for a lot of people that are just getting into home theater, because you're like, well, the ports are right here on the back. Why can't I hook them all up? Well, basically there's a board in here that crosses them over based on the assignment that you choose in the software of the AVR. So it's either, our best selling configuration is Atmos. So I'll just, go over the Atmos options. 5.2.4, you could do a 9.2 if you just had a really long room and didn't want height effects for just standard Dolby. Or you can run a 7.2.2. And then if you did want to, in the future, or say immediately right away, if you're going to be running separates, run pre-outs, you would do that here. So see all these inputs or outputs here? Basically, you just take the signal out of the AVR into your own amplifier, and then it would power up the speakers, and it would just be passing through the signal out of these ports to your amplifiers and then going out to your speakers. Or you could just have one, say on like height 2, hooked up, one 2-channel amp, and then use the full 9-channel amplifiers. So this is 125 watts a channel. It's a pretty good unit for an AVR. The model below, the 3700, is only 105 watts a channel. And then you go up to the 6700, which is 140. Now, you got stereo inputs over here. You got zone 2 and zone 3, again, pre-outs. If you look down here at the bottom, it actually says pre-out. So you know this is where you'll go if you're gonna run separates, or just add on another 2-channel amp. They even put old school component video out, which is nice if you got something, an old school gaming console or something like that that you really want to integrate in. You even got component video ins, and then old school 480p options there as well. And then you got your remote control IR triggers. You got RS-232, AM, FM over here. Again, I don't know if anybody is using these anymore, but it's there if you want it. Digital, assignable inputs. So if you have a TV that's like gonna be hooked up to this instead of a home theater projector, like all the dedicated theater spaces that we do, TVs have smart features built in. So you may wanna route back Netflix or Hulu to this AVR so that the audio comes through your speakers, because eARC doesn't always work on long distance runs, unfortunately. You got a network jack. If you can't hardwire it, always hardwire it. You got your Bluetooth antennas here, and then all of your HDMI inputs as well as outputs. So let's talk about this a little bit. You can run just one to a projector, or you could even have a projector and a TV, or you could have like a living room situation where you're running the main to the TV above the fireplace, and then say this is going out to zone 2 on the patio, so that you can independently play audio and video to both zones. And then monitor 2, this basically just reflects video. So I guess the times that you would use this is going to be a lot less likely, because it's just going to play the exact same thing. But it can still be beneficial, say if you have like TV in your kitchen. I've done that a lot, where you just want it to reflect the same thing that is playing in the living room. Say if you don't have like an open concept floor plan to where you can't see the TV, well, you can just reflect that to a little monitor in the kitchen. Little inspiration there. You got your AC in, that's just for your power. I think that about covers everything on the back of the AVR. If you guys do have further questions, make sure to reach out, and our sales guys will be happy to answer all of your questions and create a system design that works specifically for your situation. All right, boys, so that concludes my unboxing video of the Denon 4700H. This is the brand new 2020 8K receiver. If you guys do have further questions, like I said, just make sure to reach out, and our sales guys will be happy to answer your questions. We appreciate your support, guys. We do have nationwide free shipping and a low price guarantee on all these products. If you like the video, make sure to smash that subscribe button for more. I'm going to be comparing this guy next to the 3700 as well as the 6700, and just giving you guys a bunch of information so that you can make an educated buying decision. Make sure to give me a big thumbs up on this video and smash the subscribe button down below. Till next time, this is Zach with Dreamedia Home Theater. Thank you for watching.